What's up, guys? This is Chris from draftdashboard.com. Here are my top waiver wire pickups for NFL Week 10. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to use Draft Dashboard to find waiver wire targets for NFL Week 10 season-long fantasy football. These picks can also be used as sleeper picks for daily fantasy football, as they will be low-owned players not currently rostered in most season-long teams. Oh, and if you stay to the very end, after all my waiver wire picks, and after I show you the Draft Dashboard tools, I'll give you my super secret waiver wire pick that no one's talking about. So you want to tap this down arrow on the Own tab, and this is going to show you the lowest owned quarterbacks across all fantasy football leagues. And the nice thing about Draft Dashboard is it has all the stats here that you'd want to see. The last 3 games, their fantasy points per game, the targets that they got per game, the rushes they got in that game. So you can see the production they're getting right here at a glance, and you can also see the matchups that they have in the upcoming week. Because maybe this is a waiver wire pick that you're just going to play for 1 week because it's a good matchup and you need help at that position due to a bye week or injuries or whatever it may be. Okay, let's get right into it. My Week 10 waiver wire pickup at quarterback is Marcus Mariota for the Tennessee Titans playing the New England Patriots. You can see here that Marcus Mariota is only 9.2% owned across fantasy leagues. He scored 23 fantasy points last game. He's got a great matchup against the New England Patriots, who are the 9th worst defense overall and give up the 7th most fantasy points to opposing quarterbacks. If you're looking for a quarterback to play in your league, consider Super Mario playing at home with a great matchup. He got 10 rushes last game. If he can get in the end zone again, you should match most other quarterbacks' production. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all the tools for NFL, MLB is still going, NBA is right around the corner. This is a great time to get in and try everything for 1 month. The tools are all about saving research time. You can see the last 3 games, the fantasy points per game, the targets they got per game, so you can see how involved they are in the offense, the rushes they got per game. Seeing all this stuff on one screen helps you save time and make better picks. My Week 10 waiver wire pickup at running back is Duke Johnson for the Cleveland Browns, 61.5% owned across fantasy leagues, and he's playing the Atlanta Falcons, who have the 3rd worst defense overall and give up the 8th most fantasy points to opposing running backs. Duke Johnson scored 25 fantasy points last week. He's averaging 7.8 fantasy points per game on the season. It seems like he's getting more involved in the passing game, which is really interesting for his fantasy production. If Duke Johnson's available in your league, you may want to go out and grab him right now, and he's not a bad daily fantasy play either. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $100 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won, and then we'll send you $100 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. My Week 10 waiver wire pickup at wide receiver is DJ Moore, 17.5% owned for the Carolina Panthers playing the Pittsburgh Steelers, who have the 11th worst defense overall, and they give up the 7th most fantasy points to opposing wide receivers. DJ Moore has worked himself into a starting wide receiver role over there in Carolina. He scored 15 fantasy points 2 games ago. His production went down a little bit last week with a tough matchup, but he's looking good this week versus a weak Pittsburgh passing defense. If you need help at wide receiver this week, have a look at DJ Moore, 17.5% ownership across fantasy leagues. He should be available for you. My Week 10 waiver wire target at tight end is Chris Herndon, only 5% owned across fantasy football leagues, plays for the New York Jets, and he's going to be playing the Buffalo Bills here in Week 10. Chris Herndon has scored 8, and 12 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 7 fantasy points per game on the season. He's getting more involved now in the passing offense. He got 4 targets last game, 7 a couple games before that. He's been productive over the last few games. He's another weapon for Sam Darnold. Doesn't have the best matchup this week, but scoop up Chris Herndon before he's gone. Hey, that rhymed. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. You've unlocked the bonus content. My super secret waiver wire pickup for Week 10 fantasy football is Adam Humphries from the Tampa Bay Bucks. He's under 1% owned across fantasy football leagues. He scored 25 fantasy points last game, 11 before that, averaging 8.6 fantasy points per game on the season. He's got 8 targets last game, 10 the game before that, 8 targets the game before that. This guy's involved in the passing offense. And he's got a great matchup versus the Washington Redskins, who give up the 9th most fantasy points to opposing wide receivers. You've now got Fitzmagic throwing the ball. They don't have a very good defense. They're always throwing the ball at the end of the game, trying to get those big plays to chunk yards and get back into it. That's where Adam Humphries is so dangerous. If you need help at wide receiver, this is a great pickup for you. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smiggity smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite waiver wire pickup for Week 10. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.